Take a look at this painting. Okay, now take a look at this. What do you notice? The first painting looks pretty flat and boring. Just basic solid colors filled in a black and white line, like your average kid's coloring book. Now over to the same exact painting, but with more details and different values of colors, which gives the art more life and appeal. The first image makes this creature appear more like a giant pile of poo, while the second image here makes him more fuzzy and lively. It looks so cuddly that you actually want to hug it.
And I will hug him and pet him and squeeze him.
But how do you make a two-dimensional painting look that way? Textures, Watson. Texture is whatever you feel when you touch something, like a grass, the wall, your dog, even yourself. No, it's not what you think. Shame on you.
Okay.
There are all kinds of feelings of texture. Smooth, rough, soft, hard, wet, dry, to name a few. But how do you translate those feelings in a drawing or a painting? It's pretty simple actually. When conveying textures in a line art, you can use lines of varying lengths and weight, as well as a concept of positive space and negative space to convey a shiny surface or volume to an object. The same can be applied to painting, but with the addition of colors, which offers more opportunities for giving the desired texture effects. If you've taken art lessons at school, one of the basics you would have learned is the brush techniques. Wet on wet, wet on dry, dry on dry. You get the idea. These techniques are very useful in creating textures in paintings. It can vary depending on the kind of paint you use, whether it's translucent like watercolor or opaque like acrylic and oil. To demonstrate, I would be painting Morris, the adorable little chicken pig from the Marvel film Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, using gouache, one of my favorite paint mediums. I'm not gonna lie, this furry winged ball of fur is what drew me to the movie the most. So much so that I almost immediately went online, sought out and bought a plush version of Morris. Ta-da! My own little chicken pig finally came! Get that? Yeah. In case you're wondering, Morris is based on the Chinese mythology of Huanduan, a faceless winged deity representing chaos and confusion, sometimes referred to as Dijiang. Sounds almost like a Dijon mustard. For a monster that sounds rather ominous, he sure is cute here. It's also interesting to note that the popular Chinese dish wonton was based on this little guy. Yum! I'll start by blocking in the line art with the base colors. For Morris, I am using yellow ochre for the body and burnt umber for the wings. I know the wings are multicolored, but with the opaque qualities of gouache paint, I will be able to easily layer different colors over the base. With the base filled, I will begin the layering. I mix yellow ochre with white, then blend it into the base, having added extra water to the paint mix so I can pick up the base yellow ochre underneath to create soft edges around the lightened layer of paint. I will add an additional layer of the light mixture above the previous layer to bring out more lightness. In this stage, I will treat the gouache more like a watercolor, adding extra water to thin the paint and gradually layer it over so that it will make blending feel more natural and not too hard-edged. Of course, we are dealing with thick matted fur here and not shiny silk, so the highlight should not be so heavy. I would then apply straight burnt umber for shadow areas to give Morris even more volume. Notice the whole time I am painting using short dash strokes, which gives the surface a feeling of soft and furry feel, which is what I have intended for the painting. I have now switched to a size 0 round brush, so I will be able to make finer dash strokes. Small brushes can be useful for blending and softening edges, though I don't want to make it too smooth. And for that, I use the dry brush technique, painting on a dry surface with a dry paint, with no water added. For the wings, I have previously layered a thin white paint over the dark base where I tend to add the bright colors. A combination of Prussian blue and pale green. Having that layer of white would help to illuminate the colors over the dark surface. I continue using short strokes to give the wings the layered scalloped feel in order to emulate the feathers. I will add some additional highlights on tips of the feathers with titanium white and blend some subtly onto the furs. As a bonus, I am going to give some textural elements to Shang-Chi's armor. Now you remember that his armor is made out of dragon scales, so you can expect it will be shiny. But I don't intend to render every single scale on the armor. It's too time consuming and I don't have a whole lot of patience. I will use a combination of broad and thin dabs for the highlight on the scales with white using the size 0 brush. Broader dabs for where the light is lightly hitting the surface the most. And that's all, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Viewers like you help support artists like myself. If you enjoyed today's episode, please check the like button and leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section. Also, if you have any artistic requests and suggestions, leave them in the comment section as well, and I will do my best to answer them. And of course, you will get a shout out in the following episodes. Thank you. Until next time.